Good afternoon from Jakarta. We are in the very busy area of Kemang, and I want to show you that the pavements here are new but don't really work because there's motorcycles everywhere now. And I can stop now, here they are already. But what I'm going to do actually is walk a little. It's around 5 in the afternoon, so not too shabby weather. This area used to be an area without any proper pavements. They have been upgrading the area over the last 2 years. So now there is pavements and some places to sit, some benches, some places to sell stuff apparently, and also a lot of place to put your motorcycle, which a lot of the people do here, especially if you walk around the area when we are turning right and then right again. We will end up at the McDonald's. Most of them are online taxi services in green jackets. You can see them around, green jackets and green helmets. They will pick up food as well. Actually, it's their main business nowadays. But since they are always in a hurry, they will park everywhere. Because their pavements are wide enough, they can still pass. The thing is, they shouldn't be here in the first place. Looks really messy. Oh, that looks scary. Oh my. They all shouldn't be here. Yeah, you can sort it away. Oh God, just like that. There's no zebra crossings here yet. So you have to force your way a little bit, and one hand will do that. That's a little scary. That's a coffin with COVID statistics for the area here. Don't know if they're updated, but I've seen a few of them around Jakarta. Should apparently scare people. But there's still quite a few people that don't wear masks. But that's another topic. I noticed that a few empty lots that used to be restaurants, older buildings, houses, have been turned into parking lots. Now they're empty. But parking used to be a huge problem here. And this will probably be a food court as well. This land is over there, you can see it, owned by the military. Oh, and here's another one. They probably purchased it and try to turn it into something economically viable. But this has been going on for a few years, breaking down residential houses, putting back something big. This is also built on the lots of the military, but has been closed down because of the pandemic violations. There you go. pembekuan sementara izin. So military is powerful here, economically speaking. They normally get things done. It's comparable to how Egypt was run during the dictatorship of Mubarak. But if you violate rules, you have to pay for it. They are sealed and have to pay a fine. But I was talking about motorcycles on the pavement. I don't see a lot of them here. So let's continue walking. It's quite busy here again. Starting today, some restrictions have been lifted. Restaurants can be open for indoor dining up to 1 hour now. There you go. Instead of 20 minutes. He didn't even see me. Luckily I saw him. This used to be a duty-free shop where foreigners with a temporary or at least a stay permit, temporary or permanent, could purchase alcohol, mainly duty-free. That later became available only for those with a diplomatic passport, and now this is completely gone. Pavement here is pretty nice, pretty wide. That's the military coming through. See from the green truck, green pickup. There's a lot of motorcycles here on the pavement, where they shouldn't be. When we turn right here, the road also, the pavement also gets narrower, and the road becomes a one-way. This intersection doesn't have many regulations. Traffic jam is given here again, and we see a lot of motorbikes. Yeah, the weather is pretty nice. It's, like I said, past 5 o'clock. It has been raining on and off, so it's quite fresh, but also humid. Always looking for some quick money. Not really doing anything, just walking around. Those little kids shouldn't be doing it. More motorcycles on the pavement, of course. At least I can walk between them. That's a fighting cock. Yeah. Yeah, cockfighting is still a thing. Wow. Let's continue our little walk around the block. I think later tonight there will be much more motorcycles, because this is the first evening that Jakarta is more open than it was during the social and economic limitations, PPKM, PPKM. So I think people will enjoy it, to be outside, to be eating outside a little longer than just the 20 minutes that was before. Slowly life's getting back to normal. There's still travel limitations in force, intercity travel limitations most likely. Oh, that's my shoelace. There we go. There also is a parking lot now. Used to be a big house, turned into a bar. I think it was an Australian or an American owned bar. Oh, that was over 5 years ago. A lot of street food here. Also on the location of former houses turned bars and cafes. They're all gone. So the environment has changed for sure in this pretty upscale area of Jakarta. Upscale in the sense that it's really expensive. You still have the traffic jams, motorcycles everywhere, and you will also have the occasional flooding here. Sometimes it reaches up to 1.5 meters. Just where I started recording earlier. I think that's all included in the package. Let's put it that way. Those are parked properly. Actually, in here it's quite okay. I expected more motorcycles, but probably the pavement is wide enough. Let's cross the street in a quiet moment, so we don't have to do that later. Restaurants are opening up slowly. Slowly is the key here. A lot of places that will probably never reopen because you just didn't have the money to survive. Lawson, famous Japanese brand, right? They have a number of outlets here. I'm going to walk back to the car. It's only a short walk around the block from the Kemang area in Jakarta, which is now really crowded because it's time to head home from the office or get out to get food. Yeah, it's way better now. Looks cleaner, easier to walk, that's for sure. They even made bus stops. Haven't seen a bus there. Oh, there's some Padang food tucked away. It's food that has been made early in the morning. Still sold in the window, open. Probably not the freshest type of food you can have. I'm not saying this is wasn't fresh, you saw, but as for a fact it isn't warmed up or anything. So if you have a sensitive stomach, you should probably avoid it and just take some food from stalls like these that are preparing the food for you as you order. I have a few video clips of pretty severe flooding here in, I think, February this year. I was actually standing right over here because the water here was at its deepest, over a meter deep back at the time, and some cars were trapped and people were sitting on their roofs to be evacuated, which they did by rubber boats. So yeah, expensive area to live in, with a major flood area, because just over there's a flyover. There's also a river which has been completely disregarded, and now it causes flooding every time it rains locally. That's what you get. There's no zebra crossings here yet, like the one before, so you have to mangle your way in between traffic. The shoelace doesn't want to listen. Okay, a little bit more. This place, or yeah, that one, used to be a Hooters, the American brand indeed. Beers were twice as expensive as places next to it and across the street, like that one, Eastern Promise. So that didn't last too long. Oh, that's a wild tree. And this parking area used to be a wide and open one. Now it's, because the pavements have been taken back by the local government, it's ending up parking here. Shouldn't be a problem, I guess. Just after this street, after this hotel, pop hotel, you will find a little bridge and this stream, river, canal, whatever you want to call it. That's the one that always floods here. So I'll walk there, show you, and then end this video. Here it is. So clearly visible that everything is built up right to the edge. So once it floods, it'll reach up and over this level. So that's a good 5 meters. There's even a nice river view house over there. So with that, I'm going to end this video. It's getting dark and I will continue my way home. This is from the Kemang area in Jakarta, and I'll catch you in another video.